the entire story of the Amogus Guy in No, I'm Not a Human. He comes to our peephole, noting how crazy everything has been, asking if we are okay inside. We coldly respond, asking what he wants, and he tells us that he has a crazy way to make money, and that we can make tons of money without lifting a finger while everyone else is scared out of their mind. We ask why he is here, and he says that everyone thinks our character is up to something because we let in tons of people. But he actually wants to roll with that idea and be invited into this house to have a crazy party. The next day, we ask what he did before the cataclysm. He asks us if we have heard of sports betting, and we respond by asking if he is just a scammer. The Amogus Guy feels offended, preferring to be called an analyst, where after being handed money, he has the ability to bet it all and get up to 10 times the amount back. We ask how much he made, and he tells us that he made 30 million of debts. But he doesn't care about them now, since he calls himself someone who looks danger straight in the eyes. We ask if he is sure there aren't any debt collectors looking for him, but he tells us that all debts are basically cancelled because of the apocalypse that is happening. But the grind also doesn't stop, so he is trying to think of a new way to make money. He sounds like the sun was actually a stroke of luck, and he feels offended, saying that he actually predicted it all. The Amogus Guy then asks us if we want to learn about a new hustle. We ask to hear it, and he suggests that if we hand over tons of people to FEMA, they might let us into one of their secret bunkers. We ask if we heard him right, and he tells us to not be scared. Those desperate times call for desperate hustles. He notes that the quarantine zones are for sheeple, and that, to not be put into one, we need to get into the good graces of FEMA, and all we would have to do is hand in a couple of people and call them every once in a while, even saying that FEMA are good people. We tell him that maybe he's right, and he seems extremely confident with himself, saying that we can always trust him and that he has a sixth sense for hustling. In our last conversation, we ask him what he wants. He says that he made up a new hustle, where he explains that since the sun is burning everyone up, the ozone layer might be destroyed. So, since oxygen comes from sunlight passing through the ozone layer, he made the grand plan to sell air, which is probably one of the most incorrect statements I have heard in a while. We mockingly say that it's an amazing plan, even suggesting that he should be a scientist. He seems thankful and calls us smart in return, adding that at this rate he is going to win a Darwin Award. We question if he knows what a Darwin Award really is, and he says that it's for the best scientific discoveries. We are finally honest with him and reveal that the Darwin Awards are for people who die in the dumbest ways, removing themselves from the gene pool. He then realizes we have been making fun of him this entire time, angry at us because he still believes what he is saying is genius. Out of every character in the game, the Amogus Guy might be the most stupid. His character seems like a parody of Reddit finance bros and sports bettors.